to the Five-Side podcast. And he's back, better than ever. It's Matthew Thompson,
Evening, folks. Hope you didn't miss me too much.
Billy Kirkpatrick,
Good evening.
Craig Gregor,
Evening.
and that shifty fella sitting in the corner is Ross Dewar.
Hello all.
Everyone had a good weekend?
What a weekend. Phenomenal.
A great weekend.
Yep. Obviously, Craig's had a great weekend. It was Friday night, final championship fixtures. And Craig's team,
And Matt.
Ayr,
Yeah.
and Matt's team, yep, managed to save themselves from a relegation playoff after a 2-each draw with Inverness. You happy about that one, Craig?
Yeah, I'm very happy with that. It was Ayr way, to be fair. Doing it the hard way.
I'll tell you what. I'm happy, but Bill looks unbelievably unhappy right now.
No, it's just my face, unfortunately.
I think Billy looks how I feel right now.
Yeah.
I'm not the smiling assassin.
Well, we can all just credit Inverness for being dicks and putting their highlights behind the paywall.
Well, I don't know if they all have or not. I've not even checked.
Well, I thought that was. I thought you'd already checked.
That's what fake news.
I thought you checked. You told us in the chat that it was behind the paywall.
Well, I didn't know whether there were just no highlights posted.
No, well, sorry.
I'll watch the highlights because of Craig.
But yeah, final game, we managed to stay up, and I think that's safe to say we could just put a season behind us and roll on with the next one.
Yeah, job done. Move on.
Job done, move on, exactly.
I seen a stat today that Ayr, against the 3 teams that finished in the promotion playoff spots, so they played 9 games against them, and they only lost 1. But obviously other games
nobody else.
Yeah, obviously other games forced. The fact that we'd lost our bro three times didn't help us. But in the end we managed to get it done.
So obviously that's the season over in the championship. Apart from the playoffs, so Hearts are champions, automatically promoted. Dundee go into the semi-final of the promotion playoff, and Wraith and Dunfermline will play each other for the other semi-final place.
It's good from Dundee to get that second place spot.
And then they'll play whoever finishes second bottom in the Premiership. The winner of obviously those games will play that team, which is not confirmed yet because there's still Premiership games to go.
Yep, and Morton in the relegation playoffs.
Yep, and Alloa automatically relegated.
Yeah, we knew that. You knew that before the season started.
The championship could be decent next season.
It could, with the addition of Ross County.
Or Kelly. Plus Partick Thistle back up as well.
We know who's not going down, and it's Hamilton. Because they never do.
One plastic pitch out the league, and one plastic pitch in is probably what it will be. Alloa out, and either Kelly or Hamilton in.
Nobody likes a plastic pitch.
Nobody does.
No.
All
wrapped up in the championship. So sad. Hearts just capping off their season with a wee 4-0 win over Wraith.
Well, it wasn't a telly game, so they had to do something.
They had to put a show.
I didn't watch it, but it was on the TV.
Wraith sort of just capitulated the last few games of the season. They were for a good period of time. We thought they were favourites for the second place, and then I don't know what happened. They was dreadful the last few games of the season.
Yeah, they've done well.
Because they are just a bad average side.
They've done well to keep the hold. I think they just held on to that second place for ages because everyone around them couldn't string together a set of results for so long. But eventually, sort of not being that good a side, maybe caught up on them a little bit.
I mean, I don't know. They did a fair enough job. They've got a playoff place, so
yeah.
There's always opportunity.
Got the Fife derby to look forward to for the playoff for them. So. It's always going to be a good game.
And the team they're playing, Dunfermline, they lost 1-0 to league losers Alloa. So
I mean, who would have predicted Alaba to win?
I mean,
honestly, must have been a genius.
to be fair, you could tell that Dunfermline definitely had one eye on Tuesday, given they had fielded a weakened team, shall we say.
Is that when the game is? Is it tomorrow?
A generous.
yes, it's such a quick turnaround.
So not too surprised Alloa won. I thought resting players seemed a smart strategy.
Yep. What day are we at today? It's Monday.
It is a Monday.
So Saturday's seen the only Premiership fixtures of the week. Yep. Am I right?
I didn't see any other ones.
And also Sunday, I believe there was
No,
a fixture.
just Saturday.
12,
Well, it doesn't
12.
count when only one
just-
team turn up.
It was just Saturday. And on Saturday, Kelly.
Some results.
Yeah, some results.
Yeah.
Hamilton doing their best to try and avoid relegation.
As usual.
Kelly trying their best
Every season.
Kelly trying their best to put themselves in the relegation fight, and Ross County did. Well, they're trying to keep themselves safe as well. It's going to be some final 2 games.
All to play for.
Yeah, especially when the Hamilton's final 2 games is against the 2 teams are fighting for. So
it's Hamilton though. They're going to win 6 points. I'm telling you right now, 6 points.
So yeah, Hamilton on 30 points, Kelly on 32, and Ross County on 33. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. And I thought Hamilton actually played quite well. Surprisingly, they hadn't won in 9 games. They put out a decent performance. St Mirren looked a bit leggy at times. I don't know where the cup games have been catching up with them or something. But
It's one of those ones when you're Hamilton, and they seem to do it quite a lot, is you need to pull out results at this stage of the season when you've had a bad season, and for their sake they'll be glad for the 3 points against St Mirren, because St Mirren have been decent this season, and they'll be pushing on, and hopefully they can pick up results for their sake, not for anyone else. No one wants them in the league, but
it was a good end-to-end game. There was quite a few chances from both teams, quite a few good saves, and
yeah. I mean, yeah, St Mirren maybe thought they had a way back into it late on, but they're playing for nothing really at this point.
Yeah, they've had a good season.
Yeah,
but I think
their main focus is
it needs to be
winning that cup would get them a good windfall and cash into the European football. So it's going to be all eggs in the one basket for them.
When are those?
Next
Yeah,
weekend, I
I'd
believe.
have thought so.
Yep. Obviously, Kelly, the other team fighting against relegation. Well, they went to shit last couple of weeks. They lost their main man, and well, they're on a poor run of form at the moment.
Well, it was bad for that game, so can't be blamed them.
True, but
on that
he missed a bit. So
that getting knocked out the cup in such a late fashion as well would have really knocked some of the confidence out of them. So you can see that's probably taken an effect.
When you play so long as well in a cup fixture, it's going to be difficult to sort of pick back up and power on. Doesn't look great for them though.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough end to the season for them. It's just whether they can pull out of the bag or where it's going to tumble them down. Obviously, it would be great to see some Ayrshire derbies next season in the championship. So, do your bit, Kelly, for us, please.
Please.
Yeah.
I thought Kelly in particular looked really flat.
Like they have all season.
I don't know what they were doing defensively. Like Broadfoot he stepped about 2 or 3 yards out to try closes man and gets sold a belter.
Yeah, and then he tried to play
Obviously,
with someone else.
Lafferty's been rushed back fit because he's the only guy, apart from Chris Burke, capable of changing games at this point. So he looked awfully leggy. He had a couple of chances, but in particular the one where he gets slid through. You normally expect a type of guy of his quality to done a lot better. He just kind of like minced the ball up at his feet.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jur's main man, getting himself on the score sheet
Big
for
Steve.
Motherwell. But he's not that good, so we shouldn't put him in the Scotland squad.
Comparatively to Nathan Patterson, he is not good, but that's my
But
opinion.
Nathan Patterson's not playing football right now. Silly,
Well,
bit silly.
I mean, it's quite difficult to be in the best team when you've got James Tavernier.
It's also quite difficult.
backing
It's
up.
quite difficult to play football when you're banned.
Yeah, he's played as many games in last week as me, Drew, and you think he should be called up? That'll be called up.
I've never seen you play right back. You always play
Yeah, that's
striker.
true. Maybe I should.
Goal scoring machine.
Matt be left right back at home.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that part was stinking, Craig.
Yeah.
You
I've
cannot
been thinking
let
of that
that
one
out.
all day, you know.
Waiting for it.
It was actually a good finish by O'Donnell. He actually came in.
It's O'Donnell,
at the
not
back.
O'Donnelly.
What?
I
He
said
said O'Donnell.
O'Donnell.
Yeah, but he did. It was a good finish from him, Drew, and it was actually really well worked from Cole, I believe it was, down the wing, skipped past him.
Yeah.
I think it was Broadfoot again, and just slotted it in to the path of O'Donnell.
Mm-hmm. Well, Broadfoot did find himself booked at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, you say skip past him like that's a challenge. Jur could skip past Kirk Broadfoot.
Credit where credit due. He wasn't bad maybe 6-7 seasons ago.
Yeah, but it's bad now. It's like a lump of wood. Oh, poor Kelly. Are they going down, Matt?
Potentially via the playoffs. I don't think they're going to finish bottom of the league, but I don't see any reason why whoever wins or whoever makes it to that playoff final couldn't beat Kelly because they're shit. But I don't think they'll finish bottom.
Poor run of form. They're in a poor run of
They are
form, Matt.
indeed on a poor run of form.
One thing I would note is Kelly they changed their goalkeeper, recalling Danny Rogers back into the team after a decent spell out, replacing one men's goalkeeper with another men's goalkeeper.
Poor run of form, goalkeeper.
Two goalkeepers on a poor run of form. Got into those games.
To be fair, when you play for Kelly, it's kind of hard to not be in a poor run of form.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean that defense is 4 statues.
Do you think we should sign them, Ferg?
That would be better with Jur.
To be fair, I'm the man mountain, but hey ho.
He's the man. Jur's the man. I certainly be.
The next game,
Eh?
I guess.
No, I'm just going to say I think it'll certainly be interesting the end to this season.
It will be.
Because Kelly sort of need to find something from somewhere, because otherwise they're going to be right in the poop. And well, Hamilton will be wanting to try and press on with their win from the last game. And obviously Ross County aren't involved in this fight, so it doesn't matter. It's just between Kelly and Hamilton as to who.
Ross County are staying up. I've said it all along.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this?
It's between Kelly and Hamilton who's going down automatically in playoff.
I think you're too confident in Ross County's abilities.
Me and Matt said it right at the start. We reckon Ross County's going down.
We did.
Me and Craig are just telling you they're not.
We may be wrong.
You were wrong then, and you're still wrong.
Yep.
The top two in the predictions are making.
That's all right. That's fine. I just haven't looked at the predictions leader. Have a second yet?
No, you've
had a bad
pulled
week.
Oh, have I? Oh, because I got really close. I haven't checked in ages.
No, you got 16 points. Belly 15 points. Craig 11. You're 10 and me 9.
So there was no other games to talk about. That's why we're straight on to
So what's that on
Mhm.
next week's prediction?
Yeah. No other games. No, obviously the can't even say it's the big one. Just fucking Rangers played Celtic for what felt like the 9th time this season.
The 5th time.
It does feel like a lot of times this season.
It's like
I know
5 times. It's just
only been-
3
yeah.
very
It's
quickly.
only one more than normal.
I know, but it just feels like a lot,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
I think this season's just felt very long, and it's still not even over yet.
It's been a class season.
Cheers. That's still dancing.
Right, so what we discussing first? How much money the ref was given, or
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm hearing it in 7 figures,
much?
but I'm not sure.
How much money Callum McGregor was given to throw the game?
Yeah, well, I've opened up flash scores there, and apparently now it gives you reasons why the yellow cards were given.
What does it say? Corruption?
Callum McGregor's first yellow card, roughing.
Nah, I can't even remember.
I don't know.
Oh, the first one was the challenge on.
We're not.
Kent nutmegs him, so he just takes him out. Oh, yeah, fair enough.
He just takes him out.
Roughing. It was roughing.
If you get nutmeg, you've got to take the guy out.
You do have to make that.
And then
The second one though,
No, but
he just doesn't have to make.
the second one says tripping.
The second one's
was
one
not
of the
a
most
trip.
ridiculous challenges I've seen from a
yeah,
guy that's
he
so
went to tripping.
experienced.
I don't know. He just cleans them out.
Bit of a trip.
I don't know what's going through his head with the second one, especially on a booking.
I think
I-
he's under a lot of pressure playing next to Scott Brown, who just
Yeah, well, Scott Brown, he didn't do that much wrong up to that point.
but he comes out of position and he pushes forward and he drops too deep and stuff and
So
just
Callum acts
leaves.
like I'm going to kick him.
Yeah, he
Just
leaves
make up for
Callum
Scott Brown
McGregor
being out
in
of
an awkward
position. You
awkward
can't blame
situation.
Scott Brown for Callum that being an absolute
No, it's
bad.
Scott Brown's fault. Matt, it's Scott Brown's
You
fault.
can't talk. It was his last dance.
Kamar Roofs.
Scott
What
Brown
a finish.
paid Callum McGregor off so he wasn't the worst midfielder in the last
He
Old
still
Firm game.
was.
What a finish by Kamar Roof.
It was a
Handball.
good
He
finish.
put it
Didn't even know
into
it
the
was
net with his
coming.
hand.
Didn't even know it was coming.
He also used his hand to put it in the net.
Yeah.
It should have been sent off.
No, it was a good finish.
It was very well.
Yeah, it was a good finish. Good finish.
I have to say, after going 1-0 up, I thought we were going to go straight up the park and score again, but
But no, we did.
it wasn't to be. Obviously, good save by McGregor causing the corner, and Edward with the goal after Ayer knock on
Mhm.
rather.
Yep.
Yeah.
Decent reaction header from
It was
Edward.
good.
Yeah,
Right,
a good reaction from Celtic, but again, just could not. It was always going to be rough when you're down to 10 men. So
Yeah. When then they went down to 9 men or 8 men, sorry, when your goalkeeper and your centre half decided just to not try and stop the second goal.
I mean, our goalkeeper's out there playing volleyball half the time anyway.
You know what? Like,
I don't know what is. It's a very unorthodox way of saving the ball he's got at the
I
moment.
don't know. I can't work out who I'm more annoyed at for the second goal. Like,
Scott Brown again,
no,
I
it's
think.
not. Like, I get it, right. Fair enough. Scott. It goes through Scott. I think Scott Brown's unlucky. Fair enough. He shows his legs, but it gets bounced off him. But I mean, you've got a fucking centre half who's supposed to be our best centre half who ducks out the way of a shot and a goal.
I'm blaming Scott Brown for that.
Goal.
I'm blaming Scott Brown for
Can't even
that.
Save that. Like,
I'm blaming Scott Brown for that.
got
It was a
nutmegged.
good
Scott Brown
shot.
got
but-
nutmegged, and he wasn't even the second worst player to blame for it.
Nah, I'm still blaming Scott Brown.
Well,
It's Scott
Ayer
Brown's
just
fault that Ayer
runs
ducked.
away from it. Like, I don't know what Ayer's doing. He just doesn't close him down. He just runs back, then dives
mean-
out the way of it.
I mean,
It was a good shot. Don't
It's
get me wrong. I
not
wouldn't
that-
want it
it's
to
just a
take it to
hard
the
shot,
face.
like-
sometimes like if you can get away with the centre half maybe like being like, oh fuck, that's a fucking ball right in my face. But that's when you've got a competent goalkeeper standing behind him. When you've got Scott Baton standing there going like that. I mean, he's not going to save anything.
The thing is,
He struggled to save some very simple
the ball
shots.
shouldn't have gotten to the point where Bain even had to save it, because our centre half.
No, but
Yeah,
Bain
Ayer ran
Bain
out
didn't save
closing
it, so
down the
I know he
defender.
didn't save it because he's Scott Bain. He doesn't save shots. That's not what he's there for.
he's a volleyball player.
Now 2 goals and 3 old.
It's 2
Firm
goals and
games.
16
No,
Old Firm.
2 goals and
What is
16
accurate?
actually.
Oh,
Or
well,
did
I mean,
they
the
just
last 3 though.
forget?
Just fake stats.
He's now equalled Lee Griffiths' goals scored in the
Whereas
derby.
odds
Goal scores.
has 7 and 13. Just as a better striker. Take that. Like I think it's 7.
Mhm.
I think that's what they
Yeah,
said.
you've done me rotten
Yeah.
there.
Take that. I mean, even Connor Goldson's got 2 Old Firm goals.
He does.
Yeah, it was always going to be tough for Celtic, and it didn't get much easier just after half
What's
time.
the third goal?
Came our roof again.
Oh, the header. It was a really good bit of play from Rangers, actually. Really good build up.
And then John Kennedy just, don't know, said fuck it, banter, and just does some banter subs.
Did he put on
Sorrow and Christie for Forrest and Brown,
Oh.
which is fair enough. Like,
yeah, that wasn't too bad. I wasn't that annoyed.
yeah, but
Because Forrest maybe doesn't have the fitness yet to go 90. I don't know if he does, but
Yeah.
no, I don't think he does.
so I think that was fair. And I think taking Brown off was. I don't really think we have to justify that.
It's not those subs really that bothered me. It's the next one's weird when you're 2 goals down and you've played for being down to 10 men. You've played actually okay in the game, and then you take off your striker and bring on a child.
To me, it shows how little John Kennedy actually trusts Griffiths because we all know he's a capable goal scorer, and it's the type of game where in previous years gone by, he'd have ran the channels and done that all day long, and just
Don't get me wrong, like fair enough, bring on Mikey Johnson, he needs game time, but you still have 5 subs at the moment, so why not use the other 2 subs? Bring on some other players, get them some game time as well. Maybe go to try and score another goal, put some pressure on.
obviously there was chances at 2-1. Obviously Turnbull misses that header, starts crying. El Yunusi misses that header as well. So it's not like Celtic didn't have chances.
Can't remember who it was. Someone rattled the crossbar as well.
That
El
was
Yunusi?
McGregor's save by El Yunusi.
Yeah, El Yunusi was a good
Yeah.
hit. Good save by Al McGregor.
For a guy who's not very tall, it was a good save.
Cracking player that Ellen who says.
He is.
I think he had it, considering like the circumstances of the game. I thought he had an okay
There's
game.
not many players I'm going to give pass marks to, but I guess he's probably one of them.
I do think
He picked up the ball on a couple of occasions and sort of turned around a few players and went on decent runs, and just
2 fullbacks.
the other supporting players aren't there.
Just our 2 fullbacks are dog shit.
I've seen that Ryan Kent's skill pass Greg Taylor about 50 times. And it's
The thing
actually
is, though, right, everyone gets
sensational.
done by a wee bit of skill here or there. If it happened, if it was a one-off occasion and he does them, like you're like, okay, fair enough, it's like a good bit of skill, but he's hopeless.
Kent has literally jogged through the last about
It's
3 or 4
ridiculous.
Old
Did you
Firms,
see
sending
the one down
Browns
the right
left,
side in the first half where Joe Aribo goes down and there's 3 Celtic players there and he just runs by them? I'm screaming at the telly, fucking foul him! You're also not going to get the ball. You've got to foul him. There's 3 of you. He's embarrassed you all. You've got to foul him.
Obviously, Rangers shape out of possession. I know Ferg doesn't like the word shape, but out of possession, obviously tried to narrow it as soon as he went down to 10 men, narrowed it up, causing Celtic to try go out wide with guys like Greg Taylor and Kenny, who didn't have very good games. So it's kind of the problem playing with 10 men. You can't.
Also, the problem playing with John
really
Joe Keddy and Greg Taylor.
Celtic have just had full back problems for a
We
while now.
never.
Even when they were winning the league, it's like they've not
We
replaced
had an
Tierney.
aging
and
right
then they've
back
really-
who was good enough at one point, became
Yeah.
not good enough, and then we rode him till the wheels fell off, and then replaced him with
spent
Tolian.
60 million in the last
I think
4 years and don't have 2 fullbacks that could play.
I think John Joe Kenny in some games he showed like he could actually be a half decent fullback, but then the majority of the time it's just nonsense that you see from him. It's just not good enough.
That's 2 Old Firms I don't think he's been very good in. The
And
only 2 he's played.
I think Greg Taylor's okay. I don't mind Greg Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
He's been out the team for the last few games now. Some bizarre I think he got injured and then lax up played and then he just didn't.
The thing is,
For some reason didn't get back into the squad. I think he's better than lax
we
up.
can both piss off.
No, because Greg Taylor's going to be our left back next season.
Well,
So
that's fine then if we don't want to win anything. It's mental.
I've seen some good this will win a double for Celtic, this lineup on Twitter.
A double what?
just
Double
folk-
embarrassing seasons.
It's just like one of them was the right wing Karamoko Dembele, and then Forrest is the backup. Karamoko Dembele, who's played like 2 games for Celtic, like in total minutes, basically done nothing, and folk are like, yeah, we'll just chuck him in and he'll carry us next season.
100% seen one skills compilation gone, oh, I tell you what,
Hey,
he's class.
did you see Marianne Shved's goal compilation when we signed him? He was a player.
Obviously, we've got to mention 38-year-old Jermaine Defoe ruining Welsh.
Everyone's ruined Welsh. It's not an achievement.
What a finish! I don't think he really. Obviously, the guy is different gravy. Defoe, even at his age, he's just.
He's the example
class.
of a good professional, is what you could say. He
Uh,
obviously came up here with the
comes
right
across
attitude.
a good guy.
He also came up with the right attitude and was willing to work. Unlike a lot of players that come up from the Premier League and feel like they're going to stroll it, he actually has obviously put the
Joey Barton.
yeah, Joey Barton.
Obviously,
There's plenty of examples. Him being
you could tell by his
big one.
you could tell by his reaction. It's probably the last game he's probably going to play for Rangers. I reckon.
Possibly.
Well, I don't know. Rangers picked up some injuries.
Yeah, I mean,
Barisic injuring himself kicking the
I
ball.
think he's going to play left back.
It might.
Joe Aribo will play left.
Does
back.
Joe Aribo ever play left? Has he played left back before? And I just missed it.
Yeah. He played left back against Braga when we came
Did
back
he?
from 2-0
I don't
down.
remember.
Morelos picked up a knock and he went off with a knock as well. So I mean, Defoe could have his chance there.
Yeah. Obviously, he's the type of guy though you probably want in the dressing room in some form. A guy who's a leader, but obviously, from reports, he is on quite a high wage, so
Yep.
it's not worth any further. I think this game just summed up Celtic's season. Like chances, didn't take them. Players, not that great, to be honest.
Made some stupid mistakes.
Yeah, just it's so bad. Like it's need a goalie, need 2 fullbacks, probably need another centre half, 3 midfielders. You're looking at another like maybe 10, 11 players. Provided
Also, like we're not experts, so we can say from what we look at and be like, oh yeah, they need that. But if a new manager comes in, he's like that, I can work with roughly this, and I need to bring in that, and I'll be okay. Then that's fair enough because he's the professional at the end of the day.
True, but it doesn't take a genius to go look at that team and see.
I still maintain the squad's workable.
That's what I'm trying to say. A good manager comes in.
You can sit and look at the fact that we've lost the last few old firms, and I'm not going to shy away from that. But we've been well in them. It's not been like, even, that was a 4-1, right? But I didn't feel out that game at any point in the first half. Really, Celtic were playing okay up until Callum McGregor committed suicide.
It's one of those ones where a new manager will come in and he'll be like, okay, I can see he's a player in there. I just need to get it out of him. Like, and then he'll be also look at some of the players and think, oh yeah, like yeah, you're away. There's nothing in you. I can't do anything to help you.
But obviously, I think Julian will be quite a big guy to get back in the team because they're screaming out for a centre half. Welsh, don't get me wrong, he's got a good future ahead of him, but in my opinion, he doesn't cut it.
He's still young,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Obviously, he's still good.
The problem is the only way he's going to cut it eventually is if we keep giving him the chance. So, in games, probably the end of the season, this season is as good a chance as we've got to get him out. Get him to play.
He's been kind of thrown in at the deep end as well because obviously with Celtic's problems at centre half, he's had to play. He's had no choice. So, or the Celtic had no choice but to play him. So
the rumour mill is Eddie Howe will be getting announced tomorrow, and I've seen a few things about that. I don't know.
I keep seeing that as well, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't know how much I trust that, but I have seen things.
we'll move on. We'll deal with that when it happens. Just quickly, League One and League Two. So League One's almost finished. I don't know why that's over there now. League One is almost finished. Cove Rangers have. I mean, they've got a playoff spot, but it's whether they finish second or third.
Falkirk have got themselves into right trouble where they might not even get a playoff place at this point.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, Cove Rangers, they've played all their games, so they've got none left. Everyone else plays again tomorrow night.
Yep.
In the last game, so Airdrie can finish second. Falkirk could lose a chance thingy. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
yes.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting one if Falkirk do manage to finish fifth in a 2-horse race.
Yep. Relegation wise, Clyde have got to just not lose. Yeah. No, they've got to win their last game. Who are they playing? East Fife.
Clyde and East Fife are playing each other on Thursday. Clyde have another game. They're playing them. They're playing. I don't know who they're playing. Oh no, that is their last game.
Yeah, Clyde's last game is East Fife. So a win would see them safe.
Yeah.
League Two, I don't think there's much change happened.
No.
No, the last playoff
No.
spot, obviously, still up for grabs between all the teams there.
Yeah.
As to who gets it, just depends what happens.
Yeah, I think that moves us on to the predictions.
Oh, do they not do not have relegations in League Two?
That's already confirmed.
Yeah.
Beacon are down.
Yep.
Bye, Beacon.
Predictions. So I think it's playoff games plus the last League One and League Two games.
Yeah. The Premiership playoff game and the League Two playoff game as well. And then the League One and League Two games.
Yep. So Dunfermline Wraith in the playoff to go up to the Premiership. Craig.
2 each.
Score draw 1-1.
Um, 2-1 to Wraith.
I'm gonna agree with Billy. I think it'll be 1 each.
And I'll give you 3-1 Dunfermline. Next is Airdrie Falkirk.
2-0 Airdrie.
2-1 Airdrie.
I'm going to say 2-0 Falkirk.
I'm gonna go with 1-0 Airdrie.
And I'm going with 1-0 Falkirk. Montrose Partick.
1-0 Montrose.
2-0 Partick.
I'm going to say 3-0 Partick.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Partick.
I'm going 4-1 Partick. Dumbarton Peterhead.
0-0.
1-0 Peterhead.
Um, 2-0 Peterhead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 1-0 Peterhead.
Score draw 1 each. For East Fife.
1 each.
3-1 East Fife.
Nothing each.
I'm gonna go 1-0 East Fife.
Yeah, 2-1 East Fife. Elgin, Queen's Park.
3-0 Queen's Park.
Score draw 1-1.
2-0 Queen's Park.
Yep, 2-0.
4-0 Queen's Park. Stranraer, Edinburgh City.
2-0 Stranraer.
2-1 Edinburgh City.
2-0 Stranraer as well.
0-0.
2 each draw. Brecon, Stenhousemuir.
3-0 Stenhousemuir.
Score draw 1-1.
3-1 to Stenhousemuir.
I'm going to go with 1-0 Stenhousemuir.
I'm going 2-0 Stenhousemuir. Takes us on to Cowdenbeath, Albion Rovers.
2-0 Albion Rovers.
Score draw 1-1.
1-0 Albion Rovers.
2-0 Albion Rovers.
Yeah, score draw 1 each. And finally, playing their first football in months is Brora Rangers taking on Kelty Hearts.
2-1 Brora Rangers.
Score draw 1-1.
Also score draw 1-1.
Yeah, I'm going to agree there. I have absolutely no idea, so I'm going to score draw 1-1.
3-1 Brora Rangers, and that ends it.
Thus.
So, Matt, I think Matt's dying to get away for his dinner, so
I do need to go and order dinner before 7:30, so that'll be fine.
yep. We'll let you go, so say goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Billy,
Goodbye.
Craig, say au revoir.
Au revoir.
And Jur, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
For me, it is goodbye, good night, and God bless.